When you think about a country's constitution, what comes to mind? Probably some old, dusty legal book, right? Well, I want you to think of it differently. Think of it as a blueprint for a nation, a plan for its society, designed and built by its own people. And today, we're diving into one of the most game-changing blueprints in recent history, Kenya's 2010 Constitution. And it all starts with these words, right in the very beginning. We, the people of Kenya. This isn't just fancy language. It's a powerful declaration of ownership. This document wasn't handed down from on high. Nope, it was claimed by the citizens themselves. This one sentence completely sets the stage for a new way of thinking, that the final say, the ultimate authority, belongs to the people.
Okay, so if the people are in charge, what does that actually look like in practice? How does that work? Well, that question takes us right to the very foundation of this whole blueprint. It's all about a principle called sovereignty.
Now, this idea completely flips the old way of doing things on its head. Article 1 is crystal clear. All sovereign power belongs to the people. Just let that sink in for a second. Power isn't something the state gives to you, it's something the people loan to the state. That is a massive foundational shift. So how do the people actually put all that power to work? Well, they delegate it. They entrust it to these three main branches of government. You've got the legislature to make laws, the executive to implement them, and the judiciary to interpret them. All of this happening on behalf of the people who put them there. All right, so we've got the foundation. Now let's look at how the actual framework of the government is built on top of it. And this is where the 2010 blueprint introduced one of the biggest architectural changes in Kenya's entire history, something called devolution. And here's what that new design looks like. Instead of having all the power concentrated in one central spot, the Constitution creates 47 different county governments. The idea behind this was simple but absolutely revolutionary. Let's move power and resources out from the center and bring things like healthcare and local planning way closer to the people. It's about giving you more of a say in the things that affect your daily life. Now, a good blueprint doesn't just build a structure. It's got to have safety features built in. And in Kenya's constitution, that safety feature is the Bill of Rights. Think of it as a powerful shield designed to protect every single citizen. And we're not talking about a small shield either. We're talking more than 40. That's right, 40. Guaranteed rights and fundamental freedoms packed into Chapter 4. This is way more than just a list. It's a massive, comprehensive promise from the state to its people. And that promise includes what you might call the classic rights, the absolute bedrock of any free society, really. These are the basics, like freedom of expression, the right to a fair trial, and political rights that make sure you can speak your mind and be treated fairly by the system. But here is where this blueprint gets really, really ambitious. It goes way beyond those classic rights to include these groundbreaking socioeconomic rights. So this means the Constitution doesn't just protect you from the state, it actually demands that the state has to work for your well-being. It's a huge deal. And some parts of that shield we talked about, well, they're simply unbreakable. Article 25 here makes it absolutely clear that certain rights can't be touched. They cannot be limited or taken away for any reason, not even during a state of emergency. These are the non-negotiable promises a nation makes to its people. So you have this big, complex structure of government. But who are the caretakers? Who runs the machine? Well, the blueprint has some very strict rules for them too. This next part is all about the incredibly high standards that are demanded of public officials. Just listen to this quote from Article 73. It totally redefines what leadership is all about. It says authority is a public trust. It's not about the power to rule people, it's about the responsibility to serve them. That's a mind-blowing shift in perspective. A leader's job is service, not domination. So, Chapter 6 of the Constitution basically acts as a strict code of conduct for leaders. It draws a very bright line in the sand, just like you see here. Public office is for serving the public, period. It's not for personal gain. It's like an integrity test that's built right into the system. Okay, so we've got the foundation, we've got the government's framework, and we have the rules for the people in charge. But what about tomorrow? A truly great blueprint has to include plans for future renovations, right? And that's a key idea behind this entire document. It was never meant to be some static monument frozen in time. No, it was designed to be a living, breathing guide for the nation, something that could adapt and evolve as Kenya itself changes over time. And to make sure it stays alive and relevant, the blueprint gives two clear ways to change it. It can be amended through Parliament by the people's elected representatives, or it can be changed through what's called a popular initiative, where citizens themselves can propose changes directly. See the pattern? Both paths make sure that the ultimate power to shape the future stays exactly where it started, with the people.
Which really leaves us with this final thought. This blueprint, with all its powerful promises of shared power, human rights, and integrity in leadership, was a gift from one generation of Kenyans to the next. So the big question for today is, how should this incredible plan be used to guide and build an even better Kenya for tomorrow?